So much happening. But I don't know about you, but when everything around me is literally burning to the ground, the first thing I think is, well, thank goodness the fire chief is a female.
He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA, and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it. One day.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all hear it. You know what I'm saying? So literally on the podcast, he said, he had interviewed somebody and they told him that, like once these fires start, there won't be a thing that they could do about it. And it's going to be based on the wind.
Guess what? They non-renewed. Here's the stat, Pat. State Farm non-renewed 69% of the policies it had in Pacific Palisades. Data point this morning confirmed. State Farm said last year, we're non-renewing 69% of the homes we insure currently today in Palisades. Why? Long-term brush risk and poor management of the common area.
You can't blame them.
No, I don't. I'm not.
Them.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Unique and A Show podcast. It's some of the best of times in the world and some of the best of times in America. And it's also some of the worst of times in the world and some of the worst of times in America. It just kind of depends on how you look at it. So welcome. This is officially the first episode of, 2025. You know what I'm saying? And we're excited to do this. Today we're going to be talking about a couple different issues. And obviously everybody has been seeing in the news that there's been these crazy Cali wildfires. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, like, how can there be wildfires going on this rapidly? You know what I'm saying? It's been like 7-8 days. I've been seeing it on the news. And, for me, it's honestly, just very crazy. So one of the craziest things is, I feel like it was about 6-7 months ago, I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast, right? And then he had mentioned something about wildfires, you know what I'm saying? So when I saw this happen, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. He had talked about this, and he literally predicted that, there's going to be these crazy wildfires, et cetera, et cetera. Once they start, people won't be able to stop them, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't believe me, hold on, let's just watch the clip.
It's going to be the right wind, and fire's going to start in the right place, and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean, and there's not a thing we can do about it. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA, and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it. One day.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all hear it. You know what I'm saying? So literally on the podcast, he said, he had interviewed somebody and they told him that, like once these fires start, there won't be a thing that they could do about it. And it's going to be based on the wind. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really think, like, for him to know this type of stuff, that means it was out there already. You know what I'm saying? That means, like, if he knew, that means other people in California knew, you know what I'm saying? But they still allowed it to happen, which is, one of the craziest things. You know what I'm saying? So the next clip, I want to share about this topic is from, none other than Candace Owens. You know what I'm saying? And here, it will speak for itself.
It is essentially burning to the ground, and of course the issue has grown increasingly political, as it should, by the way. It should grow political because the problem is and always has been our politicians. When you look at how we got here, the incompetence of politicians should infuriate you, okay? So much happening. But I don't know about you, but when everything around me is literally burning to the ground, the first thing I think is, well, thank goodness the fire chief is a female and a member of the LGBTQ community.
The 19th fire chief of Los Angeles City Fire Department. It's pretty incredible. Perfect position to start and to prioritize that work environment, especially from the diversity, equity, and inclusion side.
Having more diversity on the department, which is why they offer girls' camps and outreach.
It's going to make us a stronger team so we can ultimately serve the community in a better capacity.
And save the community in a better capacity, those ladies did not. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about. DEI policies are destructive. I mean, it's pointedly ridiculous, but at least despite the fact that she's completely failed, we have competent politicians during emergency times like this. Just kidding. No, we don't. Okay, and we can turn to Karen Bass, who is the mayor of Los Angeles. Except, of course, she decided to last Saturday take an all expenses trip to Ghana, just as the National Weather Service was warning about the coming windstorm, warning that they could be disastrous. The good news is she's back, and when she landed, she was definitely ready. And this is a girl boss, guys. This is a girl boss, Karen Bass. She was ready to take questions from reporters about where she had been. Take a listen.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
You can't even make that up. Now is going to be the point where they turn to you, they turn to us, and there's going to be all these fundraisers, and they're going to say, can you help so-and-so's house burn down, blah, blah, blah. And you should, by the way. I'm not knocking these people that are going to be asking for this help. You should. What I am knocking here is that they shouldn't have to ask for this help, because every 5 days, it seems like we are sending billions of dollars to Ukraine, billions of dollars to Israel, billions of dollars everywhere, except when the American people actually need it, right? So that's what's so infuriating and so disgusting about it all, is that there's going to be nothing to give these people, and we are going to be asked to come out of our pockets, which we should do, absolutely, but we shouldn't have to because of all the money that is being stolen from us and sent overseas. We don't.
Okay, so the main thing, you know what I'm saying, is that, it's the incompetence, obviously, of the leaders. Like, they understand where they live. Obviously, they know these wildfires happen. They've been happening for many years, you know what I'm saying? But, the money that they were supposed to use, for cautionary purposes such as this, they used it for other things, which obviously, isn't helping in times like this. You know what I'm saying? They had a budget that they could have used to better the, fire force in Cali, but what do? They spend it on other things, you know what I'm saying? Spending all this money, sending it overseas, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? So, it's kind of crazy. And, obviously, Candace, she goes hard, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put like the women at blame, for the burning down of Cali. I feel like it would obviously start with, those people who make the decisions of where the money will be distributed. You know what I'm saying? And, this is the last clip, I want to share. And this clip is just talking about the insurance companies. Obviously people have HOA, homeowners insurance, and, these different people's homes which are burning down, some of the insurance companies has began to, pull out, the days before, literally like 10 days before the fire started. Some of the insurance companies sent people deceased letters that they will not be insuring them anymore, and it's been a very crazy scandal, so let's play this clip.
Companies that he mentioned. I'm just looking at facts. State Farm and Allstate stopped selling insurance because of the California Fair Plan and Governor Newsom. Fact, State Farm announced last year they would non-renew 30,000 policies in what they called, ready for this? Wildfire risk areas. And you're thinking middle of nowhere, Big Bear, up in the forest. Nope. Guess what? They non-renewed. Here's the stat, Pat. State Farm non-renewed 69% of the policies it had in Pacific Palisades. Data point this morning confirmed. State Farm said last year, we're non-renewing 69% of the homes we insure currently today in Palisades. Why? Long-term brush risk and poor management of the common area.
You can't blame them.
No, I don't. I'm not.
Them.
Okay, so that's crazy. When you realize that, a lot of insurance companies in Cali, they started pulling out. They started saying that they cannot insure the houses in specific areas in California, since that they know that, the different risks, they have different brush, they have different, different things that make it a place where fires can easily, happen. So, if insurance companies are literally telling the state that they can't insure these homes, that should be a red flag or some type of flag to, the people who make the policies, that they should put more money or more funding into, different ways to be able to, secure those different houses. But, the main thing that I could say about this whole topic is, it's very crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're in 2025 and we're seeing fires just keep going for I don't know how many days, you know what I'm saying? But more than anything, I'm praying for the people who are affected by these different things, and, hopefully, that they can figure this out, So moving forward, let's talk about a different topic. Obviously we're 8 days away from this election, you know what I'm saying? And this election has been crazy for many people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw like some of the craziest colors from people, leading up to this election. And, I understand why, you know what I'm saying? There are like a lot of pressing issues, a lot of pressing topics that, really affected a lot of people. So people felt very strongly about what was going on, So, this clip was just kind of funny, you know what I'm saying, in a trolling way, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm gonna play this clip just since, the inauguration is, not this Monday, but next Monday coming up, and this was it's not real, you know what I'm saying? So it's a cap lip reading of what happened at President Carter's funeral, you know what I'm saying? So obviously there's this clip of, Trump and Obama sitting next to each other, and people were going crazy on social media. They're asking, like, what happened? What were they saying? You know what I'm saying? They seemed like they were, pretty friendly. They were laughing with each other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play this clip, that Trump posted on his Instagram.
For a second time. Barack, very nice to see you.
Congratulations. So how you doing?
A lot better, Dan.
Yeah, I bet. Knew you'd win.
Oh, really? Well, come on. Anyone could beat her.
Kidding
She's
me?
just...
I was just as appalled. You know what happened? He just didn't want to leave.
I know.
Is what happened. I did what I could to help her. She was horrendous.
I know. You know what I realized? Hillary still hates me. So much. I know. She'll never forget me. We should meet to discuss.
I think so too. We can definitely set something up. Let me know whatever works best for you.
I was gonna fly back to Florida tomorrow for the golf.
Okay. Did you see that? She won't even look at me.
Really? I was told some of her people. Apparently they said she fell off the wagon.
I think she actually may have. Sure. And also, she's not really built for this. That amount of pressure, if you're not built for it, will do it.
Okay, anyways. For me, I just find it funny that these are like presidents. They're posting like trolling videos on their main Instagram page. You know what I'm saying? So obviously this is not what actually was lip sunk. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of funny when, you know what I'm saying, the next president or Trump posts this lip sync. I don't know who made it. I wish I could give him credit, but it's hilarious when they post that. You know what I'm saying? So, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move forward, to the last funny thing, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to share with you. And obviously on each episode, I like to share a video of the week that I watched, and I was either thinking like, yo, this is hilarious, or I was thinking WTF, you know what I'm saying? So this was the video of the week, and this is from Instagram, you know what I'm saying? And what was funny is that this last weekend I was actually in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? I was celebrating one of my cousin's 30th birthday, you know what I'm saying? And one of his boys, right? You know what I'm saying? They're Caucasian boys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Caucasians. And one of the Caucasian boys was like, yo, like, we should totally go to a rage. Like, I was just at a rage and it was crazy. Like, we could go to a rage. They raged till like 6 a.m. You know what I'm saying? And for me, you know what I'm saying, I ain't never been to a rage. You know what I'm saying? I don't even, when I hear rage, like, that shit sounds dangerous for me. I don't know why, like, we would all link up together and decide we are all gonna go to a rage. You know what I'm saying? But, like, that's what happened. He offered us to go to a rage. So after he said, yo, let's go to a rage, I instantly started looking up other more, congenial things that we could do. You know what I'm saying? So this was the funny video for me of the week. It was, I believe this is a rage. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not a rage and I think this is a rage, but when I hear a rage, I think of this. So watch this last clip. All right. Yo. Okay, so, obviously, y'all can see it on the screen, but, you know what I'm saying, these guys are literally raging, you know what I'm saying? They're running, jumping on each other, doing kick flips at each other, spinning, punching each other, all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? So, when I heard rage, I was like, hell no, I'm not going to no rage, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to have people flying at me, trying to jump kick, front flip, back flip towards me, you know what I'm saying? You try to do that shit to me, I'm crashing out, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. So, just wanted to share that with you guys, and, that's the end of the episode. So, obviously, Happy New Year. This is the first episode of the new year, and we're just excited for this year. And, before I leave, I do want to give a shout out to the director, Kingsley, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, anything that you guys need done, you know what I'm saying? Any photography, videography, music videos, any special occasions, weddings, etc. You know what I'm saying? He'll make your vision come to life. He actually just got another, booking going to, I think, South Carolina, you know what I'm saying? So his schedule is pretty packed. But, if you guys, need somebody to film your videos, definitely hit up the director, Kingsley. He'll make your vision come to life. And until next time, guys, the Inauguration podcast. Peace.